Hello, people. I thought of doing another tier list tonight, and this one is about UK chains and fast food outlets takeaways. I thought about maybe doing a Koala Brothers tier list, but there isn't one unfortunately, so I thought of doing a UK restaurants and fast food outlets instead. I'm only going to do the ones up until Presso is because I never had from where this mouse is any of these other ones before. I apologise, but I'm only being honest here. So I got here, my picks, alright, not really, not my cup of tea. So my picks is like the ones I would go to, the ones that's alright, but I don't mind going for someone else. And not my cup of tea is where I don't really go really. And it's not really somewhere I would want to go commonly. So obviously, we're going to start off with McDonald's. I like McDonald's, I do. I had McDonald's for so many years, I have. I mainly have a two double plain cheeseburger series and a large drink of Coca-Cola Zero. I had the chicken nuggets, I had a strawberry milkshake lots of times, a large strawberry milkshake, fries, I think I had a Big Mac once, a plain Big Mac, but I prefer the double plain cheeseburgers more. Um, I like the McFlurries, but the only issue I have with McDonald's is that it's not granted that if you get yourself a milkshake or a McFlurry ice cream. I had so many times that they say to me the machine's not working. And has only happened to me a few times that I've actually got the wrong meal where when my mum or someone, whoever it is, says to me, well, not actually that. They actually go up and ask what I want as a Happy Meal, plain cheeseburger Happy Meal. I've actually ended up getting tomato ketchup, lettuces, and all of that in my Happy Meal. Have you had that experience before? I had a few times when I was a kid, but eventually I got what I wanted anyway. I would suggest that if you want to get yourself a strawberry milkshake or a McFlurry, it's better you pay with cash than card, because if you pay with card and the machine's not working, you pretty much wasted your money on something for nothing, because you didn't know it wasn't working. That's just a bit of my advice. I do like McDonald's and it's somewhere I would like to go. Is it one of my favourite places? I really like the food there because I always get what I wanted anyway. No, I've not been a love-dying fan of McDonald's, but it's somewhere beneficial where I have McDonald's for breakfast. I don't eat McDonald's before 11 o'clock. It used to be 10:30 a few years ago. I only have McDonald's around at breakfast time once they serve all of the normal stuff like burgers and nuggets and chicken burgers and whatever else they do. Yeah, despite with my small issues I had in the past. I like McDonald's, I do. I know some people don't, but that's just their opinion. Burger King. I like Burger King, I do. Um, I always have a bacon double XL cheeseburger without the bacon on because I tried it with the bacon before, but it's just a bit too chewy for my taste. I think I tried a bacon double XL cheeseburger with the bacon on, maybe on my 19th birthday, I think, in 2018. I like bacon on its own, but when I tried it with the burger, it's it's just not really, it doesn't really go together, but at least I've tried it with bacon, but I always had it without bacon. I like bacon in general. I used to have bacon carbs for breakfast when I was a bit younger. Burger King's good. I like the burgers, I like the fries, they get to have all the drinks. My only issue is that it's a bit more dearer than McDonald's, where you're talking about £9 at least for a whole meal. So I always buy a burger as a sandwich on its own. pardon me, and a drink if I want Burger King for lunch. Oh, my apologies, I keep burping. I just had dinner about nearly an hour ago. I had a microwave burger, an apple, some grapes, and McCoy's salt and malt vinegar crisp I had, and a drink of lemonade. So, my apologies, ladies and gentlemen. I really like Burger King. Do I like it more than McDonald's? Well, they serve bigger burgers, they do, despite it's a bit dearer. But if I say, like, if it's lunchtime, if I really want to choose somewhere without thinking about money or this or whatever, I would pick Burger King because the burgers are really tasty. They are when they don't have any stuff in it. It's just delicious. The nuggets aren't as good as McDonald's. I had nuggets before from Burger King. Yeah, and I forgot to mention about McDonald's. They used to do really good Happy Meal toys, but nowadays, for the last 10, 11, 12 years, it has been nowhere near as good. Why can't they go back to plushes and that, like they did in the 2000s? I very rarely had Burger King toys as a kid because growing up in the 2000s, there weren't too many Burger King outlets as a kid, but since the mid 2010s, there's been more Burger King outlets at airports and shopping centres and a few like in Skegness. Did you know that there used to be a Burger King in Skegness? Apparently, originally on my recent vlog I've aired on Lewis JPI 2019, I originally filmed a scene where Burger King has shut down for some reason, but I deleted that scene because of timing constraints, because otherwise my Skegness Trip 2021 vlog would have been too long otherwise. So that's usually why I've cut that clip out. I like Burger King, I do, a bit more than McDonald's. A bit dear, but it's somewhere I would go, not too commonly, because that's too unhealthy, but somewhere for a really good snack, in my opinion. Well, lunch, I mean, should have gone Specsavers. KFC. Now, with KFC, I actually used to like KFC more. I always used to have the lunchbox where you get 2 chicken fillets and chips, you do. And I think you did also get a drink included, a Pepsi Max or normal Pepsi or something like that. I used to really enjoy having KFC a bit younger when I was a teenager. But a few years ago, they have changed the chips where they've gone from fries to more thicker chips. And the taste is very different. And to me, KFC's gone really downhill because they changed the chips for some reason. I have no idea why. Maybe business reasons. So I don't really enjoy KFC as I used to do because they changed the chips. I tried a chicken bone a few years ago. I tried it, a chicken wing likely. It was rubbish in my opinion. I won't have it again. I always like eating chicken where you can actually eat the batter and the chicken in one go without all the bones in it. That's just me, I suppose. I do like the KFC popcorn chicken, which they are very nice. I like the KFC Crush'ems, Milky Bar, Oreo. I think there's a Skittles one, there is. What else do I like from... I used to like KFC more, but the only reason why I don't have it as much now is because they changed the chips, but they're okay, but they used to be so much better a long time ago. So I'm going to put in this section because the chips has gone downhill, but everything else I do like from KFC. Sorry KFC fans, but that's just my opinion. Pizza Hut. I really like Pizza Hut, I do. If you're lucky and you're off Mondays to Fridays, They'll have a lunch buffet they do where you can have many pizzas as you want, and possibly you can have the ice cream factory as many times as you want as well. I don't know if that's included. I've not been to Pizza Hut for ages because of COVID. They got a small amount of varieties where they got the drinks section. They got Pepsi, 7-Up, Tango, I think. Again, it's been over a year since I've been to Pizza Hut last. I do like Pizza Hut, I do. Definitely more than KFC, because of the chips mainly. Do I like Pizza Hut more than McDonald's? Again, if I want to pick somewhere for lunch or for dinner, the thing is, lunchtime's better than dinner time at Pizza Hut because you have the buffet until 3 o'clock in the weekdays. And where around dinner time, the evening time, you can only have what's on the menu rather than helping yourself, which is a bit of a shame. I like Pizza Hut, but at least with McDonald's, they'll always have their foods. You know, normal foods from 11 until when they shut in the evening. Pizza Hut has a bit more timing limits they do, and day limits as well. They have really, really nice foods, but it's not always available all the time, which is a bit of a shame. But I do like Pizza Hut. Domino's pizzas. I do like Domino's pizzas. What's really tasty is that you get to have the crust, which actually got cheese in it, which is really yummy. I like Domino's pizzas, but the only issue is it's really dear, expensive. You're talking about £30 if you want to get a meal, a pizza or a side and a drink for yourself, especially if you're having it with friends or your mum and dad or whoever. You might be talking about 50 quid on spending a whole dinner at Domino's Pizzas. Do I like Domino's Pizzas more than Pizza Hut? To be honest, I like Domino's Pizzas, but Pizza Hut is better. And I think Pizza Hut is a bit cheaper too than Domino's Pizzas. I do like it, but it's very dear though, and I don't really have Domino's as much now. I mean, very rarely do so. It's tasty though, it's really nice, but very dear though, very expensive. Five Guys. Five Guys has been introduced into the United Kingdom probably since 2015, I'm guessing. It's the first time I've seen Five Guys outlets in England in my life. There weren't any in the 2000s. I don't mind Five Guys. I mean, the hot dog's okay, the burger's okay, the chips are okay. The best bit of Five Guys, in my opinion, is where you can have a refillable drink as much as you want. I've tried out different types of flavours of Coca-Cola Zero, like raspberry, strawberry, orange. I've tried many flavours before, and cherry obviously, which is the common one. I don't mind Five Guys, but I won't call it one of my favourite outlets, but the drinks are the best bits, in my opinion, because you get as many as you want. Do I like Five Guys more than KFC? I don't actually. I'm not saying it's not my cup of tea. I don't mind Five Guys, but it's not been the tastiest place I ever been to. KFC's more tastier, and especially before they changed the chips. I know I mentioned that 3 times now, but you get my point. If you love Five Guys, that's fine. That's just my silly opinion, isn't it? Like Phantom Strider. Frankie and Benny's. I do really like Frankie and Benny's. I like their pizza. Speaking about Frankie and Benny's, their pizzas used to be rubbish years ago, around 2013, when they used to do cheese and tomato pizza, margarita pizza. Maybe it was pepperoni pizza I had, something like that. I think it was the tomato or the pepperoni tasted really oddly when I was only 14 or 15 years old. But a few years after that, they have changed it and they made it tasted so much better. I love their fries. Speaking about fries, I went to a fun place one day to Frankie and Benny's. Actually, I had fries for brunch actually to make it more appropriate. I had fries for brunch because I just really like. The fries are really tasty. I'm not sure if I had chicken nuggets from Frankie and Benny's before. I've likely had garlic bread from there. I definitely have I've been to Frankie and Benny's a lot of times in my teenage years. What's interesting is that Frankie and Benny's reminded me of South Park's Raisins. Maybe because the building looks similar and maybe it's the location I keep going to. It really reminds me of Raisins, which is a parody of Hooters from South Park. Raisin Girls is one of my favourite. Well, they are my favourite characters from South Park. I know that I haven't mentioned that. Maybe I did on my previous South Park tier list, but they weren't there. Anyway, back to Frankie and Benny's. Do I like it more than Domino's Pizzas? I do. Do I like it more than Pizza Hut? Well, they have a bit of more variety, so I'm going to place it. Do I like it more than McDonald's? Oh, that's a good one. They're really, really tasty, but I don't go to Frankie and Benny's very often. To make it fair, I'll put it in between McDonald's and Pizza Hut. Where at least with McDonald's, they actually serve, well, they call it 24 hours, but I think that's only on drive-thrus likely. They actually have proper closing time, at least at 11 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning, and they open at 5 in the morning. So yeah, I really, really like Frankie and Benny's. Maybe my favourite restaurant, but Burger King is so far my favourite fast food place. Pardon me. Greggs we have now. I have Greggs a lot of times, I have. It's okay. Their baguettes are alright. Their pizzas are okay. Not as good as Pizza Hut or Domino's though. Do I like Greggs more than KFC? I don't actually. I like KFC a bit more. Yeah, Greggs has never really been much of my favourite place. It's okay, but Couplands, which they are mainly in Yorkshire and Skegness, I love Couplands more than Greggs definitely. Harvester. I've been to Harvester only a few times in my life. It's alright there, but again, there's really nothing special about it. And I don't really have that much on the menu, to be honest. Harvester's not really my cup of tea, really. They have alright food, but nothing interesting like Frankie and Benny's or Pizza Hut or Burger King, really. Hungry Horse. I do like Hungry Horse, where they have Tony O, sausage mash and peas, fish and chips. You can have a burger, but I don't like that I don't like pub burgers as much as Burger King or McDonald's burgers. I like eating burgers where I can have the bun and the burger and the bun all in one go and eat it. I don't like eating burgers, that's too tall and too wide for me to eat. No, that's not really my cup of tea. I like Hungry Horse. Do I like it more than Domino's Pizzas? I'm gonna place it high because I bet Hungry Horse is even cheaper than Domino's Pizzas. To make it fair, I'm going to place it here between Pizza Hut and Domino's Pizzas, where I won't call it one of my favourite places, but at least they got a variety of foods, definitely more than Harvester. Nando's. I've been to Nando's once a few years ago. They almost had nothing that I wanted on their menu, so Sorry, Nando's fans, it's just not really my cup of tea. I've been there once, but it's all only spicy food. You know, I don't really eat spicy food that much, not really. Subway now. And no, I'm not talking about trains that goes underneath, not like the London Underground or Underground Ernie. I don't mind Subway. I wouldn't call it one of my favourite places, but they got 7-Up and a pizza baguette you can have. That's only about 50p, I think, 50 pence. It's alright, but I won't call it one of my favourite places. I've only been there maybe twice, 3 times at least. I'm gonna play Subway in between Greggs and Five Guys. It's alright, but not really my favourite place to go. TGI Fridays. I've only been to TGI Fridays once nearby Birmingham, I did, a few years ago. The chips were good, the burger was alright. I wouldn't call TGI Fridays one of my favourite places, but it's okay. Nothing super special. I'll place TGI Fridays between I'll just place it behind Five Guys. It's alright, but it's not one of my favourite places, but a bit better than Harvester and Nando's at least. At least they got a bit of variety rather than almost nothing like these two. Zzz's. I think I've only been to Zzz's once so far in my life. I like Zzz's, I do. They got really nice, very thin crust pizzas though. I like pizzas where it's deep pan. I'll always only eat pizzas if they're deep pan. Thin crust is it's alright, but deep pan is a definite with me. And you're probably thinking, oh, which pizza base do you like more, deep pan or thin crust? Deep pan's your answer. I like Zzz's. Do I like it more than KFC? Well, KFC is a bit tastier. I'll place it in between KFC and Greggs. At least Zzz's has an interesting taste from their creativity, and Greggs is just more of an alright place. Subway is meh. Five Guys is meh. And finally, Presso. I've been to Presso about 2 years ago in 2019. It was alright there. I won't call it one of my favourite places. They're very formative, very posh, very modern. Where do I place Presso? Probably between I'll place it between Five Guys and TGI Fridays. And that's all of the places I've been to and what I had from these outlets. I don't think I've ever been to a Pizza Express before, or I've never been to Wimpy. I heard of, not surprised that Little Chef's not on here. Does anyone remember Little Chef? It used to be a motorway junction service restaurant where you can have cereal and breakfast there. Little Chef doesn't exist anymore, but I do remember it. Yeah, so I got my favourite places. Domino's Pizza is number 6, Hungry Oars is number 5, Pizza Hut's number 4, Frankie Benny's is number 3, McDonald's is number 2, and my favourite place, my favourite fast food place is Burger King, and my favourite restaurant is Frankie and Benny's, to make it fair. Thank you for watching this video. Which of these places have you been to, and what's your favourite pick? Or have you ever been to any of these ones before? Tell me in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care for now.